Are you ready? This ain't your daddy's wrestling. This is the Wrestleverse. Wrestleverse where the legends fight. One ring, one stage under blinding light. WWE NXT TNA tonight. Who's the champ? Who's the champ? Step up and fight.
Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Nation Network. It is TNA Impact Wrestling, and this is Wrestleverse.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 214 pounds, Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth, of course, with his tag team partner and brother Nick Nemeth. They are the #1 contenders for the tag team titles currently held by the Hardys, and tonight it'll be one-on-one competition. Everybody looking forward to Slammiversary and what it's going to look like.
Well, the one thing I'll say right now about Slammiversary, there's a lot of speculation on the things we're going to be seeing. A lot of speculation. It's no secret right now that the WWE, in particular the NXT, has taken control of our world championship. They're coming after some of the others. A lot of people right now here in TNA's locker room are concerned about the future of TNA wrestling.
Well, I'm not going to pretend I haven't heard those rumblings myself. Indeed, I have. And I can understand where they're coming from, that point of concern. And now there's even finger-pointing going on by the Nemeths right now as an example that the Hardys aren't really TNA, that they're perhaps infiltrating, if we were to believe him.
Well, I don't know that they're actually infiltrating or that they're playing both sides of the fence, what the deal is there. I believe they're here under good pretenses. And the reality is this, they are the tag team champions, whether you like it or not. And if you're going to say that they're actually WWE, well, then guess what? They've got our world championship and our tag team championship. It doesn't make it feel any better.
Jeff Hardy coming down the aisle, and this crowd absolutely on their feet for him. Jeff Hardy, of course, a former World Heavyweight Champion in his own right, former Intercontinental Champion. Man's done pretty much everything you can imagine doing. He was a former World Champion right here in TNA at one point in time.
Well, nobody is going to sell him short. Nobody's going to say he's not a top-tier athlete, that he's not one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's definitely in that conversation.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and even some of the faithful here, I think I heard them calling out for NXT.
Well, since this mutually agreed upon partnership kicked in, and I was not necessarily a fan of this idea, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there's a little bit more exposure, I suppose you could say, but it hasn't exactly been positive. I mean, going back to WrestleMania, Joe Henry goes over there, what happens? Randy Orton takes him out in under 5 minutes. Doesn't make us look good. Now you got Trick Williams running around as our champion because we can't maintain our own title. I'll tell you right now, Trick Williams is going to have his hands full of Slammiversary. Contractually obligated, he will be putting that title on the line against Moose, the former champion, and he's coming back to get that title.
Meantime, inside the ring, Ryan Nemeth dropping a knee right to the head. And Jeff Hardy feeling the effects of that one. These two guys right here have been in the ring prior to tonight. Obviously, the tag team titles in the balance. They have had opportunities to go back and forth. But both of them are used to being in a tag team scenario, at least as of late. How hard do you think it is to switch gears and go back to singles competition?
Well, they're both professionals, and like we mentioned earlier, you know, looking at Jeff Hardy over here with his list of credentials, plenty of them have nothing to do with the word tag team. So he's already proven time and time again he can switch gears anytime he needs to, and he will.
Oh, he's got it cinched up really tight right now. Pulling back on the jaw of Ryan Nemeth, and Nemeth realizing that wasn't going to end well, so he manages to break free before it got any worse. And now what's going on here? Nemeth coming off the bottom rope, stomp to the chest. And I got to tell you, a lot of the fans here seem to definitely be in the corner of Jeff Hardy. Over the top rope, and it's on the floor.
Jeff Hardy's always been a very popular wrestler his entire career. That's not changing here, not changing now.
Nemeth comes up with a big savate kick upside the head, and that drops Hardy. And now Nick going all the way to the top rope. Flying body break. He got caught. He got caught.
Wow, caught and deposited right there. Jeff just with a big slammer now. Slingshot over the top rope with a leg drop.
Hardy now on the middle rope waiting. Ryan gets back up, got caught with a shoulder block. Looked like he almost slipped off that middle rope.
Yeah, I think his footing did actually slip off. You know, with these wrestlers, they are in that ring, getting all sweated up and everything. You hit those turnbuckles, you hit the ropes. Could have body oils and things like that on there, so that'll happen from time to time. That's why it's called high risk.
Nemeth now dragging himself over to the corner, using the ropes to get back up to his feet. And the moment he does, Jeff Hardy wastes no time at all. Going to work on the back.
We'll give credit where it's due. Ryan Nemeth has switched this thing around. Here's the Irish whip. Into the turnbuckle, now at a snapmare. Great series of moves right there. And now Ryan going for the cover, but he's not hooking the leg.
Yeah, to your point, that was an easy escape right there. Jeff Hardy had no problem getting out of that one. And now Ryan has that arm twisted inside out. And now it's Jeff coming back with a little bit of spunk and splits the uprights. And there's a twist of fate. That's going to be it.
No, that might be it. There's a count of one. There's two, and he got no. Oh, he got up.
Well, he's not up, but he's not staying down either. Swanton bomb. That's got to be it.
I'll be amazed.
Convincing victory right there for Jeff Hardy. Now the million-dollar question is this. Is this a sign of what's to come at Slammiversary? Fans, we'll be back. We got plenty more action still to come. Stay with us.
He's American made.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
All right, fans, we are back. It is time for the Knockouts division as we take a look at Indy Hartwell heading down to meet Psycho Sally. Indy Hartwell has definitely made enemies, I would dare say, with Tessa Blanchard, the reigning Knockouts champion, and they've got a date with Destiny coming up.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Melbourne, Australia, Indy Hartwell.
Well, it's hard not to make enemies with Tessa when she's a champion, especially because she knows everybody's out to get her, and she is not one to sit back and wait for it to happen. When Indy Hartwell jumped over here and joined the TNA locker room, I think Tessa immediately stepped up and took notice and realized, hey, this is somebody I gotta have on my radar.
No doubt about it, and we're ready for action here, ladies and gentlemen. History-making night here for TNA Wrestling. Later on tonight, the Hardcore 4. It'll be a four-way elimination match. Hardcore rules, and the winner will be the first ever TNA Hardcore champion.
There's always going to be that one element of wrestler that's just a little bit different in the head than others, that is willing to put their body on the line in a totally different kind of way. We're going to see 4 of them later on tonight, and only one gets to walk away with the gold.
What a move right there by Indy, hopping up to the top rope. Incredible balance. And then caught her with a sidekick. And already the crowd getting in behind this one. The Knockouts division, one of the best, if not the best, in the world. And Indy Hartwell driving that elbow right into the chest. Psycho Sally able to kick out on 2, but just barely, and it looked like it took every bit of energy she had left in her body to do it.
Well, Hartwell, of course, spent a number of years with the NXT brand before being released several months ago and then coming over here to TNA. She's been in the ring with a lot of top-name talent. Remember, she got her start in Australia. A lot of great talent over there that never makes its way to the U.S., to be quite honest with you. The fact that we're getting a look at her, that's a bit of a gift to us, you know, something we got to appreciate, that we're actually getting to see that. There's a lot of talent just as good as her that never makes it onto the American airwaves.
Swing and a miss, and now Psycho Sally grabbing that top rope. Turns around with a series of strikes, and now going in for a bulldog. And now she's got the entire attention of Indy Hartwell, going up to the top rope. Sally giving up the size, strength, and experience, but makes up for it with a tremendous swanton, and that one hit. Moonsault off the top rope.
Yeah, can you imagine if Indy was to lose this match so close to Slammiversary? I mean, the ink isn't even dry.
Nice move right there by Hartwell. And she's got the crowd fired up. Series of clotheslines now. Resounding kick right to the back. Oh, there it is. That armbar DDT taking a page out of the book of Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, you know right now Tessa's watching this from the back.
Looked to put the match away, but Sally was ready. And now, float over neck breaker. Sally from the middle rope, dropping the elbow right into the throat area. And Indy Hartwell in trouble.
Man, she just spiked Indy with that knee right in the forehead. Indy doesn't know where she is.
Standing Spanish fly, goes for the cover. It's going to be a big win. I can't believe it. Sally gets the win, but look at who's here. Rubbing salt in the wounds is Tessa Blanchard.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
All right, fans, we are back representing the system.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 447 pounds, Brian Myers and Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona, Brian Myers representing the system. They're going to have a hell of a challenge here tonight, I can tell you that right now.
Well, the system has basically taken control of TNA in their own mind, and they do believe that this outside invasion, as they call it, even though it has been a mutually agreed upon contract, they don't see it that way. They look at these WWE and the WWE, as they refer to them, cast-offs, as outsiders that don't belong here, including these two guys right here.
Well, you can say what you want.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 505 pounds. The team of Carl Anderson and Lou Gallows.
Gallows and Anderson were here for quite some time. They were the tag team champions. They did go back to the WWE. They did their time over there. Contract ran out, and they joined up here in TNA once again. I don't believe for a moment they are infiltrating anything.
Well, there right now seems to be a pretty hard line drawn right now when it comes to the people that you can basically say are TNA lifers and anyone that's been in the WWE. They're just, you don't see them sitting together in the locker room area. You don't see them dining together and catering. There's definitely a line drawn there.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. Tag team action. Again, we are going to be seeing the Hardcore 4 match for the Hardcore Championship here in just a little while. That promises to be a memorable match if ever there will be one. And now into the corner. I was just about to say, dangerous move by Myers to try and attack Carl Anderson in his corner.
Yeah, not too smart either, because Gallows, of course, got a shot in there. Now he gets the tag in. So Brian Myers, for all that crazy logic that he may have had, paying the price right now.
Gallows and Anderson wanting to get back to that tag team title picture. They didn't come back here just for filler. They expect to be in the picture, in the hunt for the tag team titles.
Yeah, more good news if you're the Hardys. Imagine these two guys are looking for you.
Anderson goes for the cover, hooks the leg, gets count of one, but that's all you're going to see. There's the Irish whip to the ropes. Back out from back body drop. Myers down with a thud. Now it is Brian Myers with a series of shots, including some big rights, and now even using the kick pads to his advantage.
Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, they know each other very, very well. Best friends for so long now. Multiple podcasts together. Hell, they even play with their toys together.
Belly to back suplex right there by Anderson. And now the tag made to Luke Gallows. Gallows locks up with Cardona in the middle of the ring. Cardona now has him up. Thought we were going to see a bookend, but he turned it into a backbreaker at the last minute. Here again is the Irish Whip, and this time finally the system with an opportunity to get a double team on their opposition, and there it is. Wide open. Gallows locking up with Myers. You know, Myers is not a small man, but when you see him standing next to Gallows, you might think he is.
That's a really astute observation. I mean, Brian Myers, he is a massive human being. He really is a big guy. But when you're standing next to somebody like Luke Gallows, it's hard to look big.
Tag is made. Referee allows it. Here we go to the ropes. Back out front. Back body drop.
You know, when you have two guys hitting you with a back body drop simultaneously, you get a little bit more height on it. You got a little more hang time. You got a little longer to come down, and you're going to feel that. And it adds up. Keep in mind, these are people that are wrestling anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. Some of them have gone a lot longer.
Choking him out now in the corner is Cardona. And finally breaking by the count of 5 to avoid the disqualification. And now Cardona's on the top rope, and he wants him up. Missile dropkick, and Carl Anderson goes down.
So I'm trying to turn back to his corner. Cardona, smart move, cuts the ring in half and absolutely doesn't allow it.
Cardona now going up one more time. Driving that elbow. Here's the cover. There's one. There's two. Into the top turnbuckle again. And now Anderson with a reverse DDT. Cardona in trouble right now.
You know, I'm watching this very deliberate moves by each member of each team right now in this match. There's been no wasted motion. They've all done everything with a purpose in mind. And they both seem very honed in on not missing a shot.
Well, again, a lot of people feel like this is going to be naming the next challenger for those tag team titles. Whether that be up against the Hardys if they retain, or going up against the Nemeths if they were to become the new tag team champions. Puts a lot of pressure on these two teams right here tonight to perform at their absolute best. You want that championship booking committee to be aware of you, and the best way to do that is to get a big victory here in a match like this. A lot of people watching right now. Collar and elbow tie up again. Anderson sends him into the corner, and now Cardona. Back elbow I was just about to say, finds himself in the wrong place. He went for radio silence. He didn't catch it. Not all the way, but let's see if it's enough.
Gallows wasn't going to wait and find out. He didn't have enough room to get that running start that he normally does. But he still, I would say, got 70% of that, and that's enough.
Anderson getting pummeled right now by Matt Cardona. And there's a tag made.
Tremendous mistake right there. Cardona never should have allowed that tag, but the good news is he's able to make a tag. And that brings in Brian Myers, and look at this.
Anderson breaking things up. Big forearm shot. Hooks the leg, gets one, gets two, and another save by Carl Anderson.
Yeah, Luke Gallows can definitely thank his little buddy right there.
Hot shot it across the top rope now. Brainbuster. Gallows in trouble.
Yeah, he's feeling that. Got dropped, and oh, look at this. The old mic check right there. Dropped him head first, and another tag made.
Caught him with a spine buster. Anderson going for the cover now. Hooks the leg, got two, and almost got him.
What a tremendous mistake made by Brian Myers. Once again, allowing a tag never should have happened.
There's that sit-out cutter. There's a 2 count. He got a shoulder up, and you'll notice his foot was clearly under the bottom rope. Referee did not see it.
Well, to be fair, referee is watching the shoulders.
Well, I understand he's watching them, but he shouldn't have been doing the count. Not a part of the person being pinned is outside the scope of the ring.
Well, this time he was going to use the ropes to his advantage, but that time the referee did see it.
I can hear the system already if they don't win this matchup. Straight to the officiating.
Well, you can't say that there's no legitimacy behind that complaint. Hell, man just went for a pin attempt using his feet on the ropes. They caught that right away.
Oh, another big mic check, and that's got to be it. Myers with an elbow off the top rope. Devastating clothesline. Carl Anderson got spun in a complete 360. Tag is made. Oh, I beg your pardon. No tag was made. Save is made.
Luke Gallows realized if he didn't get in there, this one was all over, but Carl Anderson is wiped out.
Cardona not going to give the man a moment. Hammering away with the big right hands. And Carl Anderson not having a good go of things at this moment. There's that elbow, courtesy of the Macho Man. Hooks the leg for 2, and Cardona will get the 3 count off of that one. What's going on here?
We've got company.
Is that who I think it is? That's Gallus.
What are they doing here?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Spice beef. Spice. Little excitement. Step into a Slim Jim. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
All right, fans, we are back, and as promised, we are crowning a hardcore champion tonight, and look who is here.
Making his way to the ring from Sherrills-Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
Well, Braun Strowman is one big SOB. No false advertising here.
If this were a battle royal, I would say we know the winner.
Do you know what cool is?
If it was simply a fatal four-way, I would still say there's your number one likely contender. But it's not. It is a hardcore match, elimination style. And when you can use weapons and they are legally part of the match, that's a great equalizer to all that size and strength.
Carlito making his first TNA appearance since being released by the WWE over a month and a half ago. When I heard he was coming here, I was a little bit excited. But then when you keep hearing all these rumblings about, hey, these guys aren't really TNA. They're not here for TNA. That they might still be on the payroll somehow for the WWE. I gotta admit, it's got me at least looking things.
From New York, weighing in at 239 pounds, Eddie Edwards.
Well, we talked earlier about the system. This is the man who essentially created the system. Eddie Edwards coming into the ring. If anybody wants this hardcore title and to be the first to hold it, you're looking at him right there.
Well, I think they all want it, but you're right. I don't know that anybody wants it more.
And rounding off this four-way matchup, man known as El Ordinario.
From Long Beach, California, weighing in at 202 pounds, El Ordinario.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. He looks awfully familiar. There was a guy back in the day called El Generico that was running around, looked very familiar as well.
Well, there's always going to be speculation when you've got somebody under a mask who wrestles a familiar style as someone else. From where I stand, though, this man is to be measured on his own merits, and he's done well for himself.
Yeah, you'd almost think he had a very long, illustrious career at a very high level with all the talent he's got.
Well, I can't say I've seen him too many other places. He's only come on the scene here in the last probably year or so now.
Yeah, at least with a mask on, right? Maybe he and El Grande Americana can get together and start up a tag team.
Well, that'd be a very interesting team to watch, I'll tell you right now. Nice styles complement each other. As we take a look for the first time at the Hardcore Championship, one of these four men are going to walk away with that title tonight. Which one? We're about to find out.
Keep in mind, fans, elimination. The winner is the last man standing.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway, wasting no time at all. Eddie Edwards as well as Ordinario, and both going for pins. Here's a cutter.
Springboard into a reverse leg drop. Really well done. He might call himself Ordinario, but there's nothing ordinary about him. Quite the opposite. There's really something very familiar about him.
Into the turnbuckle head first. Meantime, here on the floor, Carlito and Eddie going at it. We've got a table in the ring at the moment. You hear the crowd, we want tables. Well, they've already got one in the ring. Drops him with a DDT, and I think he might have caught that stop sign. Pinfalls count anywhere in this one, and the referee has to go outside the ring. In the meantime, here's a cover, and Strowman able to get that shoulder up on the count of 2. We've got action inside the ring. We've got action now outside the ring. And that stop sign once again coming into play, but he couldn't use it. Edwards has him up. Went for the power bomb almost on top of that street sign. Big winding right hand. There's a backstabber. Goes for the cover, and Carlito might have eliminated. No, just barely.
You know, Eddie Edwards, when you look at these 4 guys, he's the only real TNA roster member. The guy who's been here for many years now, the guy who's been in the trenches, been in the battles.
Another 2 count. As hard as it is for us to call the action, imagine being the official having to maintain it. And now Edwards going for the cover on Carlito, but only a 1 count. Shoulders down, referee in position for the count of 2, and almost.
Strowman just thrown head first into the post, and now look at a small package.
Eddie Edwards with a DDT, and Ordinario is down. Referee just got caught up in the action. There's a count, though. 1. There's 2. We have our first elimination.
Yeah, Ordinario is gone, and that leaves us down to an odd number, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Big right hand now by Eddie Edwards on Braun Strowman. I thought he might turn his attention back. Down across the knee with the backbreaker. Braun Strowman comes charging across, and Carlito just got wiped out. And at this point in time, I'm starting to think Braun Strowman is going to take this match.
Well, I think the best chance for that to not happen would be Carlito and Edwards, at least for the short term. Make friends and work together against this big guy, but they're not doing it, and I think that's absolutely stupid. Neither one of them helping their cause.
Rake of the eyes, and now perhaps a little bit of a double team. Fez press, and now unloading with a series of right hands is Carlito, and Eddie Edwards here on the floor, and he's in a world of trouble. Oh, submission hold, and Carlito might be done.
Yeah, I'd say he's damn near checked out. Now the question is, will he tap out?
No, he's not finished yet. Going to the ribs, and now barbed wire baseball bat to the head.
Lost his focus, though, and just got power slammed on the floor.
And he kicked out somehow. How in the world did Eddie Edwards manage to kick out from that? I have no idea. Braun Strowman now with a steel garbage can. This is not going to go well for somebody. Carlito now throwing the garbage can head right into the head of Braun Strowman. And what did we say earlier on? The great equalizer. And another backstabber. Eddie Edwards might be done for the night. There's the referee counting 1, counting 2. Edwards has been eliminated.
Well, despite the garbage can, despite the barbed wire baseball bats and whatever else is going on around here, at this point in time, I don't know that anyone's going to beat Braun Strowman here tonight.
Neck breaker right there by Carlito on the floor. Referee counting, and this might be it.
Really close, really close. Only a 2 count.
Bang in the head. Oh, and he just caught him. Oh, my goodness. He smashed his head on the steps on the way down. Strowman is in a world of trouble. Look at this.
Carlito did the leg drop on top of the garbage can that was on top of Strowman and flattened it.
You know, we never really mentioned it. And backstabber, that's going to be it. Carlito cover, hooks the leg, and Strowman kicks out.
Where the hell he got that from, I have no idea.
I was starting to say, we never really mentioned it, but Carlito was the WWE television champion for a period of time. Matter of fact, he was their first television champion.
Yeah, they brought that title in about a year or so ago, and he held it for quite a while before losing.
Stop sign right in the back of the head. What's Carlito got now? He's got a steel chair. We talked about the equalizers. Well, here they are.
Ramming that thing into the turnbuckle. And now Carlito trying to get the big man to come over.
Springboard into a missile drop kick. And now he's got a table.
Why not?
Boot right to the chest, and he went for the double axe handle slam, but nobody was home. Tremendous knee lift, and Carlito putting on a heck of a show here tonight.
Well, to your point, he's been in situations like this before where he was challenging to be the first champion.
What's he going to do now? Strowman is up. Suplex through the table. That's got to be it.
Strowman back on his feet. How? I have no idea.
Devastating clothesline right there and now. Strowman. Near 400 pounds. He is a monster among men.
Or you could say he's just one big SOB.
Carlito decides to take that chair back and use it right across the back. Oh, he just caught him in the face with it. All completely legal. Goes for the cover.
Got him on top of pieces of table that he went through earlier.
Still a 2 count is all he's able to get. A little bit of frustration, I think, settling in on Carlito. He goes back to that steel stop sign and drives it into the lower back. Over the top rope, where is he going? Strowman outside. As we see the leftover carnage around the ring here. He's got that light and just smacked him upside the head with it. Didn't break.
Yeah, he didn't catch him flush. I'm surprised he didn't break on the floor, but
going for the cover now here. Thinks he might have him. Do we have a champion? Not yet. And again with the backstabber. Goes for the cover. Strowman continues to find it somewhere deep inside where he's able to kick out. I am surprised. If I'm Carlito, I would think I am using that baseball bat.
well, he kind of is, because Strowman's midsection is right across the barbed wire. At the same time, Carlito's using that knee in the back of the head. That's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. Now, look at this. Carlito's got that light bulb, that fluorescent lamp. Oh, and he just broke it over the leg.
A lot of people might think, listen, a light bulb's not going to hurt you that much. It's not the light bulb. It's the shattered glass entering your body. Call him with another backstabber. This time it's enough for the win. We've got a brand new first-time hardcore champion here in TNA.
Well, when it comes to being first ever champions, that seems to be his bag right now.
Saw that cutter earlier on in the match. Look at this springboard into a leg drop. So much action and hard to call it, ladies and gentlemen. It's inside the ring. It's outside the ring. Pinfalls count anywhere. It was complete chaos.
Yeah, for me, when he dropped that leg across the trash can, flattened it on the body of Strowman, I thought that was about it. I'm surprised Strowman went another 5 minutes at least.
Strowman time and time again found a way to kick out when it looked like it wouldn't be possible. And here it is. That's, I think, the third, maybe the fourth backstabber of the night. And Strowman, you can see it in his face. He's had enough.
You also see all those shards of glass around there that he was laying in.
Total non-stop extreme champion Carlito.
Brand new hardcore champion here in TNA, Carlito. We'll be back with our main event, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Maryland, weighing in at 299 pounds, Morse!
Here comes Moose, and he doesn't look happy.
It's not very often I ever see a look of happiness on the face of Moose. There are those that would say it's for a good reason. That good reason, I would say, is because right now, Trick Williams is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And that is not something that sits well with Moose.
Moose, of course, considered the face of the franchise here in TNA Wrestling, and he knows it is up to him to restore order here in TNA. And that starts with him taking the TNA Impact Championship back where it belongs. Going one-on-one against this man representing NXT. Axiom, he is a high flyer. He's a very interesting guy to watch inside the ring. He's going to be giving up a lot of size, a lot of strength. And here's the thing, Moose, for a big guy, he can match movesets with Axiom on any given day of the week.
From Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom.
I'll say this right now, this Axiom, he is a high flyer, he is quick. He's been a tag team champion in the past. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. There's a lot of guys that would have gave you a great match here, but you're going to get hurt, and hurt bad. That's my prediction. What did Mr. T say? Prediction, pain.
Axiom tying up with Moose, and I don't know why you'd want to do that. I can't come up with a single good reason why you'd want to match up with a man who outweighs you by 60, 70 pounds. Winding up that arm is Moose, and he is going to send a very loud message, I believe, here today in this matchup, figuring that Trick Williams will get that message back in NXT. Shot to the midsection that time by Axiom. Back heel trip, nicely done. And now he's got Moose in a figure four headlock. Driving the tip of the elbow right into the cranium of the TNA mainstay. Here's the Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Caught Moose. Spanish fly, I don't believe this. And now, oh, nobody home.
Yeah, he got a little bit ahead of himself there, springboarding off that middle rope, and then nobody was there. Moose now gonna beat him in his own game. What did I tell you?
Moose more than capable of doing some of the most incredible things you've seen anyone do in the ring, much less a guy nearly 300 pounds. Super standout athlete, of course, former NFL football player. You don't make it through the NFL combines unless you are a top athlete. Moose is definitely a top-tier athlete.
Not only that, but I believe he's... Oh, wow! Don't take that mask off because I think his face will just spill out all over the floor.
Moose with a shoulder block. And now going for the cover, doesn't even bother to hook the leg. But Axiom able to kick out on one. Now, I thought Moose was going to go for the Spanish fly. Instead, it was the bookend. Axiom's on the apron, and he's in trouble. Oh, Moose going for it that time, and he missed. Axiom with a springboard of his own crossbody. Could not keep him down.
Yeah, you see Axiom right there favoring his ribs.
Off the top. Well, nobody home.
You just hurt your ribs, and then you go for a splash off the top rope. I don't know what your logic is. And then you missed.
Moose has him perched on that top rope right now. Series of right hands. And now from the top, we have a... Oh, my goodness. 90-degree senton splash. And there's the spear. Moose victorious, ladies and gentlemen. What a victory. What will happen at Slammiversary? Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Trick Williams, he's here. He's going to make that statement.
We'll see what happens at Slammiversary